Also, I'm doing some things, y'all. Look.
Got a shining about me, shining about me. I just woke up today feeling low. I can use some courage.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Melinda Henderson, and I'm the host of Encouragement for the Soul. And we're happy to be back with you with another extraordinary woman, mother, grandmother, and we get to hear all about her testimony, the journey that she's been through. It's going to be phenomenal. You don't want to miss it. And without further ado, I will introduce evangelist prophetess Felecia Spaulding. She does an array of different things in the community. She is just a phenomenal woman. So I'll let you go ahead and share a little bit about yourself. You can go ahead and give a tribute to your mother and just get into your testimony. How are you today?
I'm doing fine, and
Great.
I'm just grateful and thankful to be here. Thank you for inviting me, allow me a time to share, what God is doing in my life, what I'm doing in the community.
Yes.
It is so awesome. Very busy, constantly
Yes.
busy. Having custody of 2 grandkids, 5 and 7, keeps me young. That's what I'm going to say on that one. But it keeps me busy,
Yes.
and working in the ministry, working in the school educational field as a financial secretary, going back to school, wanting to get my CPA. Also, I'm doing some things, y'all. Look, also, just signed up with one of the online learning how to worship and record your own music. And so I'm excited about that. Yes, I have an opportunity to do something that I personally want to do. It's learning it and doing it. It's recording music. And again, like I said, going back to school for my CPA, definitely excited about that.
Yeah.
Praying God will open the door where my gifts and my talents be able to be used in the kingdom. Also, excited about learning how to do support groups for grandparents who are taking care of their kids. Not just grandparents, but those who have adopted children. We're trying to work on getting a support group here in our county, in Allen County, and I'm learning information about that, as well as the security and protocol for taking care of kids, because when you have support groups, the kids got to go somewhere. So there's a lot of levels that I'm getting into by just trying to move forward in our community through everything that we're going through. It's just awesome that the energy and the stuff we're still learning, even with the challenges, because everybody's going through some type of challenge right now, that their life has shifted. So again, being able to still keep moving, I'm saying, Lord, look at you open these new doors.
Wow.
Even through the storms, even through the trials and tribulations, God don't want us to stop what he's giving us to do. He wants us to keep moving forward. But, giving honor to my mother, who had a tutoring class and a daycare in her home. We was taught how to work a 9-5 and be entrepreneurs. They had the spirits and the gifts moving in them at a young age. We go way back. They put the entrepreneur on it, but back then they just called, you got to work. If you want to eat, you got to work. Whether you at home or whether you on a job, you have to work. You have to build opportunities. You have to do things in your life that's going to keep you going in a positive direction. So I commend my parents as I look back what they taught me, raising me in the word. We had church before we went to church. We had church at home.
Okay.
You're going to learn that word before you go to church. And even with me, it's still I still kind of shifted to the other side. Look, Mama had a little straddle stick when she took me to church, because I still want to take and look into the other side of things, like being out of order or doing it my own way. And saying that today, doing it my own way.
Wow.
If it ain't Yahweh, it ain't no way. I have to say that because he gave that to me today. When I started thinking about my own way, he said, it's Yahweh. And when you start looking at it like that, that means the plan is already set. Everything is already in place. No matter how we think we invented something. I didn't create a whole new thing. No, God had that in the plan no matter what. But it's just going through our trials and tribulations. And I definitely want to commend parents, mothers, You know, your job never stops. Even if you get a 9 to 5, when you go home, your job is still on with taking care of your children, taking care of your companion, your mate. It never stops. I commend you. You know, just being a grandmother. You know, it's not easy, but I'm looking at those who are their own children having to go to a 9 to 5, go home, feed them, bathe them, wash them, laundry, travel, take them to the events, whatever they got to do. You have so many titles on you.
Yes.
You know, so I commend you. I have to say that. You know, being, I'm not going to say how old I am, but being a grandmother, you know, it makes me now look at all the stuff a mother, a parent must do.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like you don't have a choice. And don't let somebody get sick, then you have to be the doctor and the nurse.
Ooh, so many titles.
So many titles.
Yes, it's a lot.
So, you know, I'm learning this.
Yeah.
And then you got to, what I want to say, you got to love yourself. You have to find a way to still love yourself.
Self-care.
Yes.
Yes. And
that's a definite thing that we must learn to do.
Yeah, and
It's
we have a
not
hard
self-care.
time with that anyways as women. You know, unless you don't have nobody else to take care of, which is never the case. You know, we always wear a title, and we always have something that we have to do. So I don't care if it's the maintenance person. We always have a hat and a title at some time and point in the day.
Definitely.
And I love the way that you said, I think you said transition a while ago or whatever, and I just really wanted to focus on that word transition. How was the transition from you coming with raising your children and then being all grown up, and then transitioning into having to take your grandchildren in? Ooh, how did you deal with it? How did you feel? What was going on at that moment? You know.
Wow. You know, that's something that you asked me that. Because, you know, before this time had came where I had my grandkids now, going on 5 years, you know, had with them, taking care of them. But the Lord showed me in a dream where some children was being mistreated and being abused, and I reached out to my grandchildren's mother, and I shared the dream, and you know, it's just how she said it was her being mistreated. And that's not funny, because it was not. It was actually the children. Not knowing that was my cue that I was going to be taking care of the kids, because in the dream they had suitcases at my house. They was coming to do an overnighter.
Wow.
And they did.
Wow. They did a big
yes.
overnighter.
So, you know, he has spoke to me many times in dreams and given me a heads up, a little insight on things. I be looking at him like, ooh, Lord, you just showed me this. And it's like, wow. You know, so he's awesome. Yeah. And, you know, even before all of this happened, that's one thing I did communicate with my son, is about always know where your children is. Always know. Don't let no one come back to you telling you that you're their father.
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
You know, and not knowing I was going to be raising those two. That, you know, and it came back. Yeah. But nevertheless, I give God honor for giving me the strength and the wisdom to do this. It's opened another door, another level of work and ministry.
Yeah,
you know.
Which it has been awesome for you, and I know that you're doing the Ohio Can.
Yes.
And you can tell a little bit about that.
And these right here is Ohio Can, kinship and adoption. There's navigators. You call that 1-800. I think it's 144 Ohio Can. You can speak to a navigator. They definitely will be a help to you if you are a grandmother, if you adopted kids, if you need any type of help. There's so many things we need. So believe me, everybody's case is different. And they try to get you the help that you need, help that you can see, help that makes a difference. Me knowing I needed the help, this is like a God-sent program to me. I'm dropping everything. But nevertheless, I support this. I'm on the board with it. I definitely highly recommend that you call 144 Ohio. Look at there. 1-844 Ohio Can. And you will get some help and support. And this program is recently new. It's been out 2020, like 2 years. Okay. It's been out 2 years.
It's fairly new then.
I was pulled into it because I was a grandmother. I have lived in experience. But they also asked me to get on the board, help promote this program, trying to close gaps where there's need in our community that that's not being met, people not getting help. Even if you're not someone who has custody, we still want to be able to support you. That's why we're trying to work on this support group in our community, so we'll know what you're facing. We're even working on some self-help clinics where you can come in and do different things in the clinic that you can't pay for, that you can't even afford, but we can help you get the paperwork started, different things that you may need for your help and support.
Wow, that's wonderful. Please check out Ohio Can, if you would, please. And, you know, the number is 1-844 Ohio Can. And also, my dear, beautiful sister here, she has her own ministry. And if you want to say a little bit about that and about what you do before we get off.
Definitely. I definitely have my own ministry. I have my own podcast. Create Talk Live. We talk about different topics, awareness that's going on in the community versus giving out spiritual word, prayer requests, even those who have books and things that they want to promote. We bring you in, you know, share your testimony. We do interviews. We just want to highlight some of the challenges that people are facing. You know, I'm excited about having that podcast, being able to take it to do different things that you may not be getting maybe in your church home or in your own home. Just knowledge and information. It helps us when we are educated and we get information that can help us make a difference.
And I have to say, I have joined in on some of her podcasts, and they are amazing. So please join her. She sends out the text to me, and you put it on Facebook too, right?
I do. Yes,
she puts it on Facebook, and you know, just look out for evangelist, prophetess Felecia Spaulding. She has quite a testimony, not just with being a grandmother of her 2 children, raising them, but just an array of things that she's been through. Working with her 5 years ago, I think it's when we first started working together. I learned a lot about her. She is a woman that is full of wisdom and has a wealth of information and testimony that is just will blow your socks off. Blow your socks off. Things that other people couldn't handle. You know, she has walked through it. But it's for her to come and be the woman that God has created her to be. And so we look forward to that, and we thank everyone for joining us today. Thank you for watching Encouragement for the Soul. We appreciate you very much. Please share this video. Get it around to other people, because other people need this information. Other people need to know other people's testimony. Know that there is help out there. Know that there are resources. Know that there's other people that just have been through what you have been through.
Definitely.
You know, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So God has something so special for each and every one of you. And thank you once again. And this is Encouragement for the Soul.